Well, welcome to our first oil chat for December. My name's Julie Johnston, and I will be joined here shortly with my business partner and friend, Linda Pickenpaw. And today we've got a topic that I think will really hit home this time of year with all of the cold, flu, yucky stuff that is being shared. And I've talked to so many people who've been really dealing with this being spread throughout their families. So I think these tips might be something that you might enjoy hearing and may benefit from as you make your way with your family through this cold and flu season. So as we wait for Linda, I'm going to drop a couple things here for you so you know kind of what we're talking about. But we have three things that we're going to suggest that might be brand new to all of you, and we're going to describe how they got started, the benefits are of them, and kind of like how they work in our bodies and where we can go to get things like this done. So if you are excited, hang in there as we wait for Linda. I'm sure she will be here very soon. But what we are talking about, the three different things for boosting our immune system are infrared saunas, salt rooms, also called salt therapy, and vitamin drips. So if you have ever had one of those or participated in one of those or visited one of those, whichever the right word is to describe that, let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear how you benefited from it and what you thought of it. That would be wonderful. All right, hopefully she'll be here any second. So, not yet. Okay, I'm still trying to kill time while I'm waiting for her. All right, so it is Christmas. So one of the things that I wanted to also bring to your attention today was that our holiday items are still on sale. But doTERRA also introduced a whole bunch of great discounted products, limited time only products yesterday. So I want Linda and I to also talk about those as well. So if you don't know about those, you can be in the loop and get them before they sell out. I see Linda now. I'm going to get her on here with us. Hold on one second. Okay. Hello.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm good.
Good. So I have a question for you as we get started. If we were going to have a girls' day out, which of the three things we're talking about would you want to do?
Oh my. Well, I have never tried any of them. And right now, I think the infrared sauna sounds like a really good thing for my body. Right?
Yeah. Yes.
And that
Well,
might be my choice.
Yep. I think that one would be fun. I have done that one, but the warmth of it this time of year too would be great. Now that it's chilly outside and sometimes it's hard to get warm again, that would be good for that day. And I have done it with a friend. So I've gone in that little room with a friend, and we sat there and chatted while we had our little session. So it was great.
So where do you go to someplace like that?
Well, the one that I went to was in Gahanna, so it was about 20 minutes from here. But now there's one in Granville. So right downtown, it's called Haven Space, I believe is what it's called. And they have both the infrared and the salt therapy.
Okay, so is that the one that Laura did a video on where she was in last year? Okay.
Yep, she's visited there.
Because I remember her talking about it, and I thought that it sounded very, very interesting.
Yeah. So I thought maybe as we did a little bit of diving into what these things were, that maybe you got intrigued as I have, thinking, well, these don't sound so strange at all. I actually
No,
think I could do these.
yeah, yes, I think all three of them, it was like, oh,
Yeah.
I mean, and as I was reading about some of them, I thought, oh, I wish I'd have known about this or this for so and so, because someone had asked me a question and I thought, so yes, very interesting
Yes.
therapies.
Yeah. I I don't know where to get the vitamin drip done. I'm not sure what sort of wellness place around here does that, but I know there is for sure somewhere. I've heard of people getting that done, but I don't know where the closest place is to get that done. So I thought maybe based on some of the education that we've gone out and found on these things, we could each share a little bit about each one and see if any of our information crosses over. But do you want to start with the infrared and maybe we'll talk about, you know, what it is and what the benefits to it are?
Well, it was interesting because it an infrared sauna actually heats your body, but it doesn't heat the room around you. I mean, as I understood, but it's really getting there. But it's just like um, if you were doing moderate exercise, it actually causes you to sweat, and it actually causes your heart rate to go up, just like you were exercising. And I thought, and I could just sit there, and that would happen. um, well, that might be all right. So, um, you know, it just said, and also because even though, when I think of going into a sauna, I can remember when the kids were little at the Y, we would always go into the sauna after coming out of the pool because they were freezing and just shivering,
yeah.
And it was at the YW at the time
Okay.
when I was taking them for swimming lessons, and I always liked it. But the infrared sauna doesn't get, it's a, what I read from the Mayo Clinic said that it actually doesn't get as, if you can't stand the heat from a regular sauna, this one you would be able to stand the heat.
Yeah, it's
from.
nowhere near as
Yeah.
hot as a regular sauna. I've been in somewhere it's so hot that it feels like you can't breathe.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, not at all like that. Well, so you said that it kind of makes your body feel like you've exercised.
Mm-hmm.
So what I read on it, it's almost like it boosts your energy level too.
Mm-hmm.
And when it does that, it stimulates your body to create more white blood cells. Mm-hmm. Did you read that?
I did not.
That I thought this was really interesting. So because it produces more white blood cells, those white blood cells will help protect our bodies from the cold and flu, from the viruses that are out there. But the raise in body temperature is very, very similar to having a fever, where your body is naturally fighting off a virus that's inside your cells. So if you went when you were sick, then I think that would be a natural way to fight off that virus. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was very, very cool to learn that.
Yes, I do remember Laura talking about that. And one of the things I thought is, I don't sweat a lot for whatever reason. And I thought, would something like that be really beneficial in helping me to actually sweat and get rid of some of those things that, so it's a possibility. But I also read that they have done some studies where it might help with high blood pressure, or even dementia and Alzheimer's. And so I suppose, and the other thing was with headaches and type 2 diabetes, and I suppose even arthritis. And so I suppose when you're talking about increasing the white blood cells, that would probably have a factor in all of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, true. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. So, plus it would also help. I think this was also in the post that we put up, that's the light.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like you're in the sun, and it just helps with the winter blues if you're somebody who struggles with that, with all the gray skies we have in Ohio. Great way to kind of get that boost in your mood, and yeah, that'd be good too.
Yeah. So today is a rare day. The
Yes,
sun
it
is
is.
shining in Ohio.
So the salt therapy, when I was reading about it, one of the places that I was reading about and was encouraging, like, bring your family, like a group, and sit in this salt room and just breathe in the salt. Like, oh, so this is more like a group activity. So yeah, so that was pretty neat. I don't know if anything that you looked up, did you see the history on the salt rooms or on salt therapy?
Yes,
So cool.
that was fascinating, wasn't it? I mean, to think it was in the 1800s in Poland, and the salt miners, they I mean, they're down in the salt mines, and just even they worked all day in them, and they didn't have any respiratory conditions, and they were unusually healthy.
Yeah.
So, and I remember when my daughter was in graduate school, she went for 3 weeks to Poland.
Oh, really?
And at Krakow, the university there, and one of the things they did was they went to those salt mines there. Yeah, so I mean, they're still there for them to take tours of, and so I was like, oh, I mean, very, very fascinating.
Yeah.
No respiratory conditions, unusually healthy.
Yeah. It
And
said some people who have respiratory issues make that trip to Poland just for that reason, to see if they can get help.
Yeah.
Oh, that was pretty neat.
Yeah.
So then the last one is the vitamin drip. And I guess a vitamin drip could be sort of like a cocktail of many different things. I think you might go in and decide what you want in your cocktail.
Yeah.
But like some of the reasons they say people do this over choosing to take their vitamins internally is that your body absorbs them more quickly and at a larger amount than you could take orally. So that was interesting to learn that.
I was interested because when I read that, because a friend said, well, they said she was anemic, so they gave her iron pills, but the iron pills made her sick.
Yeah.
And it's like, I thought, could something like this work? And I know my mom always took B12 shots once a month, the B12 shot at the doctor's office. And I thought, I wonder what the drip would have done. Could it have been more long lasting? I don't know.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Gotten a higher amount of it. I saw that these were started in the 1950s, and you would visit the doctor to get them done. And today you can go to wellness centers and spas to have them done.
Yeah. But and I was reading about one of the places that they went. They actually have a doctor there on staff. And so, and they're board certified, so it would really be a legitimate protocol to try.
Yeah.
And I also thought, I've never really had a migraine headache, but lately I've had 2 or 3 people share with me that they've had a horrible migraine, and I thought, huh, this talked about how vitamin drips are good for really rehydrating your body. And so, and one of the possibilities of them helping was migraines. And I thought that was just fascinating to me to think maybe the possibilities.
Yeah.
And it's like we have to educate ourselves, because these um, no one really tells us about these things. If I go to the doctor, I have maybe medicine, but that there are some other types of treatments that might actually be beneficial.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe so. And I didn't catch in any of the things that I was looking at any sort of pricing on the salt room or the vitamin, but on the infrared, I did see that one, and it was $40 for an hour session. And if you wanted to bring a friend, it was another 10 on top, so 50 for two people.
Oh,
but that's not too bad if you shared it.
Yeah, that's not too bad. No.
Yeah, but I'm not sure about the others, what their costs are.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, I also hinted that we were going to talk a little bit about some of the things that doTERRA surprised us with on Monday that were available for people to purchase. So one of them being that bubble diffuser, and I haven't seen anything come across that the inventory is gone.
No, I haven't.
So I believe there's still time to get that. But that
I ordered this morning.
Got
mine.
it. Okay, good. So it's just a little tiny diffuser, and it's big enough for you to screw an oil bottle in. So you could choose an oil that you love, that you always want to have it in the air, and it doesn't go off until it detects motion. So it's not a constant diffuser like our other ones where you add water to it. It's straight oil that gets poofed into the air. And I like using mine in the bathroom. So when someone walked in, it gave that nice poof into the air. So it was almost like a deodorizer, but it smells, amazing. And it's just a cute little thing. And it does plug into an outlet, or it does charge, and then you can sit it somewhere and let it go until the charge runs out. But you can just choose a bottle, like a brand new bottle that you love, and just stick it in there and just let it go if you have it plugged in.
So does it take a regular bottle or a smaller bottle, or either?
Both. Both. I believe the top on both of our bottles is the same size.
Okay.
So you could do both of them in there. It does come with the, you like to say this word.
Hygge. Yep, Hygge.
Yep, it comes with that one. So that's our warm, cozy feeling oil. So if you want to make your home feel very inviting and something that you want to kind of like hunker down and get all cozy in, that's the oil for that. So that's still available in that oil plus the diffuser. I think it was 54. I'm just going by memory.
Yeah, I think so.
And we're 37 PV, so it does have a PV to it. That's probably because of the oil. Yeah. And then what else? We had like a whole list of stocking stuffers that are 30% off. So it was things like buy 2 Citrus Bliss lotions and it's 30% off. There was a really nice list of those. I don't know if you saw those.
No, I didn't. I'm like, okay, I must have missed these.
Oh, yes. I wish I could remember what some of the other ones were. That's really bad of me to not be prepared on that. But I can list it. After we do our video, I'll list it right below it in case everybody else missed it too, so you can see what those 30% off deals are.
Huh. So, I mean, I saw there was 12 days of Christmas sale, but okay, I see. Okay. I thought that was on the swag. But maybe that's different.
Yeah, that might be different. And then this month if you purchase 200 PV, you'll get a free frankincense, which I believe is $69 at our discounted price. So spend 200 PV, get a $69 frankincense free this month. And if you do it before the 15th, you also get, I believe it was the balsam fir.
Yes, balsam fir.
An ornament for your tree that you can put the oil on, and it diffuses the oil. So if you're planning on a big purchase, get it in before the 15th so you can get all of those things. Yeah. So lots of exciting things.
Yep. I always look forward to it because usually I have a 200 PV order. So it's like I know that frankincense in December, I'm counting on it.
Yes, yes. I also like to cash in lots of points. So I feel like I'm getting a present from doTERRA. So I get my 200 PV worth of products, but then I get like 200 PV worth of gifts too. So anybody who doesn't regularly go in and use their points, this would be a fun month to do that. All right. Well, I think that's about all of the news we have right now. So, oh, and I wanted to point out, Linda, I have my my garland on my tree. We had a fun evening last night where we got together with a few of our oil friends, and Melinda had this great craft for us where we made these garlands with these little felt balls. So doTERRA has a garland that you can purchase, but we decided to make our own. So it was a lot of fun.
And did your girls decide they wanted to make them?
They were like, yes, yes, they definitely want to make them.
Well, I have a bag full I will bring to them. I know I will be in Granville next Thursday night, so maybe it won't be till then.
Okay.
I will get it there.
All right. I'm sure they would love that. Yes. All right. Well, everybody, have a wonderful weekend, and we'll be back again next week with some fun oil tips.